Feeling attracted to someone can easily blur judgment. When interest is strong enough, certain behaviors may feel exciting or harmless at first, even when they quietly signal imbalance. In this video, Explained Behavior breaks down 6 common crush patterns that often appear early on and tend to lead to unhealthy dynamics later. Of course, these patterns are not guarantees, but at least they are frequently observed in relationships that become emotionally difficult over time. Okay guys, let's dive in. Pattern 1. The disappearing interest. One common pattern involves inconsistency. Communication may feel warm at times, then suddenly drop without explanation. Even messages go unanswered. Plans fade and contact becomes unpredictable. This behavior is often linked to avoidance, where interest exists, but commitments feels uncomfortable. The uncertainty created by this pattern tends to shift emotional weight onto one side of the connection. Pattern 2. Ego-based attention. In some cases, attraction turns into validation. This mainly happens when one person may enjoy being admired without offering genuine emotional engagement in return. This pattern often shows up through mixed signals or subtle encouragement that never leads anywhere. Over time, attention becomes less about connection and more about reinforcing self-image. The imbalance here isn't always obvious at first, but it tends to grow. Pattern 3. Humor that crosses a line. Playful teasing can feel bonding, but when jokes repeatedly embarrass or belittle, a different pattern may be forming. And this behavior is often associated with insecurity, masked as confidence. Rather than creating closeness, it establishes hierarchy. In other words, the person is showing, "I am more important than you." When attraction exists, this dynamic can quietly normalize emotional discomfort early on. Pattern number 4. Selective kindness. Another pattern appears when kindness is uneven. Someone may be cute and warm in private, but dismissive toward others. While this contrast can initially feel flattering, it often reflects conditional respect. Patterns like these are commonly discussed in behavioral psychology as early indicators of control rather than care. Pattern 5. Transitional connection. Some crushes develop around usefulness rather than mutual interest. Requests for favors, help, or availability may appear frequently, while emotional presence stays minimal. What stands out here is not asking itself, but the lack of reciprocity. And over time, connection becomes functional rather than emotional. Pattern 6. Isolating behavior. This final pattern involves subtle separation. Time with friends or family may be quietly discouraged or reframed as unnecessary. Rather than feeling supportive, this dynamic narrows perspective. Psychology suggests that isolation often appears early, long before it's clearly recognized as a problem. Of course, crushes often feel intense at first, But patterns tend to matter more than feelings alone. Only noticing how attraction unfolds can help shift focus from just excitement to awareness. Have you noticed any of these patterns showing up early in attraction, either in your own experience or in people around you? Feel free to share what stood out to you in the comments. Thank you for watching. If this breakdown felt clear or helpful, your like supports the channel, and subscribing helps you to stay connected to future videos on human behavior.